We're looking at the introduction to exponents and radicals. In this video, we're going to look at what exponents are and some of the rules or laws that they have. So what we need to understand is what an exponent is. So an exponent is just a shorter or an easier way of representing a given large number or a given large multiple. So let's say you have 1000. You can represent this in form of exponents where you can write it like 10 to the power 3. This is the same as 1000. And as you can see, it's shorter than writing 1000. Or let's say you have 6 times 6 times 6, 6. Instead of writing it like this, what you can say is this is the same as 6 to the power 4. As you can see, it's shorter and more simpler. So that's what exponents are, basically. So the things now that you'd want to look at is the rules of exponents or some of their properties. And the first property is what we are calling the product rule. And it's where you basically have, let's say, a to the power m times a to the power n. Due to the fact that these two have the same base, they can be written as a to the power m plus n. And an example of this would be, let's say we have 5 to the power 2 times 5 to the power 3. This can be written as 5 to the power 2 plus 3, which will be equal to 5 to the power 5. Okay. The next rule that you need to look at is the quotient rule. And this is where you have a scenario like a to the power m over a to the power n. Or you have a to the power m divided by a to the power n. Since these two have the same bases, this can be written as a to the power m minus n. And an example of this would be, let's say you have 2 to the power 4 over 2 to the power 2. This is equal to 2 to the power 4 minus 2, which is equal to 2 to the power 2. And the other one is what we are calling the power of a power rule. And it's where you have the scenario like a to the power m in brackets to the power n. And you find that this is the same as a to the power m times n, or a to the power m n. The example we can say, let's say we have 5 to the power 2, then we have 3 on the outside. This would be equal to 5 to the power 2 times 5 times 3, which is equal to 5 to the power 6. The next property that you'd like to look at is the power of a coefficient rule. And it's where you have a scenario like a over b, then outside the brackets you have, let's say, m. You find that this this exponent m can be distributed to both of the bases a and b, and you can have a to the power m over b to the power m. Okay, and the next interesting property that you can look at would be what we're calling the zero exponent rule. Where we say any number that is not equal to 0, when it is given to the power 0, the answer is always equal to 1. So what I mean to say is, let's say you have a to the power 0, this will give you 1. You have b to the power 0, this will give you 1. You have 7 to the power 0, this will give you 1. You have, let's say, x plus 1, these are in brackets, and they are to the power 0, this is equal to 1. And the other property that you'd like to consider is what we're calling the negative exponent rule. So let's say you have a, but instead of having a positive exponent, it has a negative exponent, say negative m. Find that a to the power negative m is the same as writing 1 over a to the power m. Okay? Or let's say we have x minus 1 in brackets to the power negative m. This is the same as 1 over x minus 1 in brackets to the power m. Right. There are other properties that you need to consider as you look at exponents, but these are the basics that you need to understand. And some of the other properties that we haven't talked about, we'll see that we are going to talk about them as we try to solve examples and go through questions.